I stopped trying to manifest wealth, but not because I don't believe in the law of attraction. It's just that I realized that we're doing too much to manifest our desires. Many techniques like affirmation, vision boards, or visualization can be a big ego trap. When we try too hard to get what we want, we are actually manifesting from our ego. We often end up feeling even more like we don't have enough right now. And that feeling of lack will just attract more lack. But manifesting from your soul is completely different. It's not about doing, it's about being. Embodying the state of abundance is what truly draws things to you. It's not what you do. Hi, I'm Yong Kang. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to continue our conversation on money and break down the hidden ego trap when it comes to manifesting. If you have been trying to manifest wealth for years and you're still struggling with money, this video will help you understand why. Okay, first, why do manifestation technique not work for most of us? Here's an interesting thought. You know, the law of attraction is a law, right? Just like the law of gravity is always there, is always working. It doesn't discriminate. Now, here's the thing. You don't think about the law of gravity all the time, do you? You don't have to constantly visualize yourself staying grounded or writing down affirmation every morning like, I am perfectly grounded, I'm perfectly grounded, I will not fly away to outer space today. It's the law. You don't consciously think about these things or pay too much attention to the law. But why is it? Why is it when it comes to the law of attraction, we think somehow we can manipulate it or do something to get the things we desire? You are either abundant or you're not. You either match the vibration of your desire or you don't. And if you are in the vibration of abundance, you will naturally attract abundance to you. It's very straightforward. Your energy doesn't lie. So you don't have to do anything extra except to let go of any resistance you have towards your desires. But here's what I think most of us get wrong. The purpose of manifestation technique is not for you to manifest your desire. Aha! Our ego make us think it is, but the actual purpose of manifestation technique is to help us get in alignment with our soul. They are meant to help us release our resistance and get into a higher vibrational state. That's all. So for example, when you visualize, it's helping you to get into a better feeling place, a higher vibration. It's not actually helping you to get the things you visualize. Being is already enough. If you think about it, the reason you want more money is to buy things you want. And the reason you want to buy those things is so that you can feel abundant and happy. But if you can feel abundant and happy right now, just with your visualization, why do you still need the money and those things? They become irrelevant. I don't do things like affirmation anymore because I find a big flaw in their logic. When you constantly try to affirm yourself, like I am wealthy or I am abundant, but deep down you don't actually feel that way, it doesn't work. Because there's a gap between what you say or write and what you truly feel. Instead of being at the vibration of abundance, you're actually trying to manipulate your mind to believe something that it doesn't believe. And this often backfires. You become more frustrated with yourself or the law of attraction. And again, this tells the universe you're not coming from a place of abundance. You're trying to play the part of being wealthy instead of truly feeling and being abundant in this very moment. Now, let me quickly break down the hidden ego trap. When we try too hard to make something happen, we're acting from our ego. When we keep thinking about our manifestation, like when will it come, how can we manifest them faster, what we need to do, we are also acting from our ego. Our ego makes us believe that we need to do the right things to get what we want. But all this doing is actually just reaffirming our ego's belief that we need to do something to get something. Do A and you get B. Write your affirmation daily and you'll manifest your desires. Visualize every morning and you'll come true. This is the ego trap we fall into when we are trying to manifest wealth. The truth is, the universe doesn't create in a linear manner. It creates in ways we can't even imagine. If I look back at the most wonderful things I have received, they are not part of my list of goals. I didn't do anything special or put in extra effort to get those things or experience. I didn't plan for them, it just happened. Our ego makes us believe that we have full control of how things are created or what we are going to receive. But that's because our ego has this strong need for control. See, the problem is this idea of control is just an illusion. Our free will is only half the story. The other half is our destiny. Some of us are meant to receive a large sum of money and live a wealthy lifestyle, while others are meant to live a fulfilling life that may not involve a lot of money. It really depends on what your soul desires to experience. Your ego may think you need more money, but it may not be true for your soul. And if you try too hard to manifest wealth, but it's not what your heart and soul really want, you are not going to get the result you want. But it's not like the universe gives us things we don't want. What your soul desire is what you truly want deep down. What your ego desire are often not our real desires. They are more like surface level ones. The challenge is, most of the time we won't know what truly fulfills our soul until we experience it. Think about it. When you set financial goals, how do you really decide how much money you want? Why $10,000? Why not 8,800 or 7,352 or 4,736? Why does it has to be that specific number? You don't know. You won't know if receiving that amount will genuinely make you happy until you actually get it. Most of the time, when we set that kind of the goals, our logical mind forms them. It's not our soul. It's an arbitrary number that our mind came up with, or our ego sees other people earn that amount and we want it to. The only exception is if you are truly deeply drawn to that specific amount. Like you just know it intuitively that you're going to get 5,437. Then it might be a desire from a soul. But other than that, how do you really know? Setting a goal and then figuring out how much to reach it is a very linear way of doing things. This is how the ego, which needs control, operates. When you manifest from your soul, you don't really need to set goals that are too specific. The soul is all about inspiration, what truly resonates with you in this moment. You might not even have the full picture of what you want yet, but as you move forward on your journey, you will keep receiving inspiration through your intuition. You will receive guidance from your higher self, and you know what to do next. And you just follow one step, then another, and you will receive more and more guidance and inspiration. Everything becomes fun along the way. You don't have to wait until you have the money to feel satisfied and happy. Nowadays, when I don't have the money to do something like go on a trip, I think differently. I would tell the universe, if you truly want me to go, then send me the money. I will be happy to receive it. And I know that if that experience is really meant for my soul, the money will appear. I don't have to try too hard to make it happen. So if you want to be wealthy, just be wealthy. Just feel what is it like to be abundant. The flowing of energy, the openness to receive, the desire to give and to share. Simply let the energy move through your body. You don't have to visualize a car, a nice house, or a ton of money, even though sometimes that might help you get into a better feeling place. But here's why doing that can be another ego trap. Because many of us think that once we get the money and the things we want, everything will be perfect. We are taught to be happy only when our desire comes true, but we never learn how to be happy without getting what we want. We never learn how to just be happy. What this means is our happiness always depends on whether we receive the things we desire or not. This means we are always delaying our happiness until our desire shows up. It's like dangling a carrot in front of you and it gives you hope to keep going, but you never actually get the carrot. Being hopeful is good, but it's not the same as being abundant, which is a much higher vibration. Even when you reach the amount you have set for yourself, even if you get a carrot, you might feel a short burst of happiness when you get it, but it doesn't last. It's like chewing on a piece of gum. It loses its taste after a while. Goals driven by the ego will never truly feel satisfying to the soul. There's often a feeling of not having enough, and the ego will always want more. And here's the reason for it. Money isn't something our soul desires anyway. It's the experience and things you can get with it. It's the feeling you receive from those experiences and things. Our ego makes us believe that abundance only happens when a lot of money comes in. But that's just a very narrow way our ego sees things. Here's how our soul actually see abundance. Before, you might only see money as abundance. Now you can see many other things as abundant. Having a roof over your head, that's abundance. Seeing the sunrise, that is abundance. Walking in the forest, that is abundance. Abundance is your ability to enjoy and appreciate everything, no matter where you are. You're not limited to just money anymore. When you take money out of the equation, you open yourself up to more possibilities. You remove the limitation that your ego set. That removal of limitation is abundance. The truth is, happiness comes from deep within you. It doesn't come from external things. Your spirit is already wealthy, and you either feel it or you don't, no matter how much money you have in the bank. So instead of trying to mentally trick your mind into believing something it doesn't, you just need to connect with the deeper spiritual part of you, which is already full of abundance and love. Today we talk about letting go of our ego's attachment to money. In the next video, I'll explain how AI is actually creating the perfect condition for this exact journey to happen on a global scale. Click to find out more.